Get this computer in for so long, finally here from HP. It is a 23.8-inch touchscreen. That's right, a touchscreen, just like your phone. It's a touchscreen, and you get a wireless mouse. You get a wireless keyboard included. You also are getting Microsoft Office if you so choose. You can get it with Microsoft Office, or you can get it without. If you get it without Microsoft Office, I've got it in white, blue, and black. If you want it with Microsoft Office, the only color we have is black. I'm not sure why that is, but that's what's going on. Free shipping and handling, also 18-month VIP financing. So that means we mail the computer to you right away, and you have a year and a half to pay it off at your leisure if you purchase it with an HSN card or Q card. That's our sister network QVC's card. If you don't have one, you can get one from our 800 number, 695-1418. Okay, your payment, $41.66 if you want Microsoft. You don't want Microsoft, no problem. $39 a month to get this computer. And it has so many features, including, and this is, I know we're gonna bring in our guests right now, but this is the camera, pops up and down for security, and you're able to play your DVDs, your CDs. You can burn, maybe you edit a little film, you can burn it to a CD, share it. So few computers have this, and this is lightweight, all-in-one. Aaron is the expert. Aaron's gonna take you through all the details, but Aaron, I cannot remember the last time we have done an all-in-one. This one is clean, modern, and I wanna add one more thing. I mentioned Eddie works at home and he works in the computer business. They sent him a laptop, which was an HP, very fancy, like it was a Dragonfly. It was like the top of the whatever for his, he's a computer software guy, right? You know what he did? He went out and bought a monitor.
Yeah, you want the bigger screen. I mean,
because he's going to be working at home all day long. He bought a monitor, and this is what it is. This is your monitor also.
That's just it. It's the all-in-one solution. And to your point, you said we haven't had one for a long time. I haven't had this computer on air since before Christmas. I mean, it's been ages since I've had a 24-inch high definition. This isn't just high definition. It's what they call FHD, full high definition. It's 1080p. It is a gorgeous, gorgeous screen. And of course, it's a touch screen as well. You know, not all-in-ones are touch screens. Having first the biggest screen, nobody ever said I wish I had a smaller screen. And, you know, Helen just sort of made that point for me. I always say, in the 15 years I've been at HSN selling televisions and computers, laptops, desktop type solutions, a lot of tablets, phones, people have responded with all sorts of suggestions, and I like this and I don't like that, and that's great. It's one of the best things we get to do is sort of dialogue with our customers, but nobody has ever said one time, I wish I bought a smaller screen. And this is one of the largest. I only know of one larger screen ever that I've sold live on air at HSN. And this is 2 feet of 1080p full high definition. So whatever it is you're doing, whether you're on hsn.com, just sort of surfing around, if you're on YouTube, so here I just hopped over to YouTube, watching live video on Netflix. I've got Netflix down here. Whatever it is you're doing, the size of the computer is awesome. Quick look at the tech specs. Again, 23.8, we'll call it 24-inch, essentially 2 feet of not just high definition, that is full. There should be an F in front of that. Full high definition, it's 1080p screen. One of the largest solid state drives we do as well, 256 gigabyte solid state drive. I'll talk more about that in a little bit. 8 gigabytes of RAM is awesome. That's double what I consider to be standard RAM, 4 gigabytes of RAM. Oh, can we pop that back up for just a second, and then I'll just finish the last 3 things on the list. So 8 gigabytes of RAM. RAM means your computer is going to be faster online, and it means when you multitask, your multitasking experience is going to be faster as well. Thank you, guys. Intel Pentium, bum, 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 bum. #1 processor brand in the entire world is in this. HP makes plenty of all-in-ones that have other brands, but only one brand, they have other processors, I should say, only one is the #1 brand in the entire world, and that's Intel. You've got Intel inside, HP wide vision, again, full high definition 1080p camera, and then dual front-facing speakers. Something that doesn't mention, we'll get into this in a little bit, is this will, from the minute you turn your computer on, it will upgrade from Windows 10 to Windows 11. So you'll actually never even see Windows 10 unless for some reason you want it to run Windows 10. But from the minute you turn it on, it will say, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? And we'll talk more about Windows 11 in a little bit. You say yes, and this is your Windows 11 computer as well. One more quick thing. I know I've gone on a little bit long here, but let me just show you. This is why we call this an all-in-one. There's nothing else. There's no tower lurking below my desk. This is the tower, this is the power, this is the central processor, this is the graphics processor. If you have a keen eye, you will notice, you can kind of see there's one cable. This plugs into power, and that's it. Wi-Fi is built in. Bluetooth is built in. We even include a little Bluetooth dongle that gives you a wireless keyboard and a wireless mouse. So literally every single thing you could want, even for many of you tonight, I know will pick this up with Microsoft Office, even Microsoft Office pre-installed and ready to go. I'll talk a little bit more about Microsoft Office in a few minutes too, but I'll throw it back to Helen to update you guys on colors and especially what's available with and without Microsoft Office, because that is a little bit unusual tonight.
It is, and when you order the computer with Microsoft Office, we have the box out here, but you don't get the box. We actually install it for you. So you'll get the computer in black if you want Microsoft Office, and it is already installed. There's Curtis Stone. We're celebrating his 10-year anniversary tonight. So I just, here I am doing some shopping, but I love the touch screen, and Aaron is 100% right. You don't have touch screen available on all-in-one in this huge screen to have a touch screen. That's incredible. You're saving $300 to $350 with this computer. This computer was put together and built by HP for HSN. We have a relationship with HP, and we give them a call and we say, hey, you know what we'd like to have? We'd like to have that drive, that DVD drive. We'd like to have a, security with the, with the camera. Sometimes we want it, but we want to be able to put it away. We want to be able to do this. We say what we want, and they build it for us, and basically, it's like a wholesale computer. And HP and Intel, and these are all the top brands. And by the way, Windows 11, latest and greatest. It's not like, oh, this is from 5 years ago. We just got these in stock, just got them here. And also, we have HPP, which is a way to protect your investment. If you're like me, and if you like to spill things on absolutely everything made of electronics, think about HPP, powered by Allstate. Covers accidental drop, spill, screen damage, no deductible. Search Protection Plus on hsn.com or ask your representative when you're calling in if you want to protect your investment. But use your HSN card. And I know that you can use any major credit card. MasterCard, Visa will give you 5 months to pay it off. We actually ship with the very first payment. And the price is exactly the same, whether you pay the $700 all at once or you pull it off over 5 months. Even payments, no interest. Exact same amount of money, but you can just break it up if it's easier for you. HSN cardholders, break it up for a year and a half. That's right, 18 months. So when you put down $38.88, we send you a blue computer. We send you the white computer or the black computer. If you want to have Microsoft added, no problem. $41.66 is all you're putting down on your HSN card or your Q card or your Zulily card. We take all three. And then you have a year and a half to pay it off. So I'm really excited for those of you who are jumping in. And I know that this is already a customer pick. So the minute we got these in, which we just got these in, they already became a customer pick. And I'm looking at the screen right now, Aaron, and I just saw the word Xbox flash across that. This isn't like a gaming kind of thing you can do, is it?
Yeah, it is. And that sort of leads us into, let's talk about Windows 11 for a few minutes, something we haven't really got to yet. So let me talk about Windows 11. I'll introduce it for a minute, and then we'll actually run this really beautiful video, and I'll get to what Helen was talking about, which is the ability to download the Xbox Game Pass. So it's been about 6 years since we've had a new operating system from Microsoft. Windows 10 was the last operating system. I had the honor of introducing Windows 10 to the world almost 7 years ago now, here on HSN. And then 6 months ago, I had the pleasure again to introduce you guys to Windows 11. Windows 11 is basically everyone loved Windows 10. It's a wonderful operating system, really, really simple to use, just very well loved. And Microsoft held on to it for a long time. But about 2 years ago, our world's really changed, right? With the coronavirus, with the pandemic, with us being inside more, the folks at Microsoft said, look, we can do some adjustments. We can do a new operating system, not a total departure from Windows 10, still similar in many ways, but with some great improvements. So with that sort of introduction, take a look, if you will. This is Windows 11. Windows 11 is built to bring you closer to the people and the things that you love. There are really a couple of pillars on which it's based, and those specifically are create, connect, and play with your computer. The start button, the settings button, the search, it's all in the bottom middle of your computer. Really, really easy to find. There are lovely new settings. You spend all day on your computer for work and for play and for home and for away. Might as well be gorgeous, right? Staying productive, being able to multitask. Key to that is having a large screen. You've got one of the biggest screens you've ever seen here, a 24-inch screen. Snapping your apps into place. And now this is big, connecting with one touch. With Windows 11, the ability to chat, Microsoft Teams is built into your computer. It's actually pinned to your taskbar. So with one touch on your touchscreen, you can open up a web chat box. You put in the email address of the people with whom you want to speak, and you're basically instantly connected on a web chat. No waiting in Zoom rooms, no password, no downloading anything. It's just really fast. And it's really, really simple. So that connection experience is huge. If you were paying attention, you might have seen, Helen just mentioned this, Xbox Game Pass just flew by as well. So we said play, connecting is a big component of Windows 11, but playing is a big component of Windows 11 as well. With the newly done Microsoft Store, and the Microsoft Store first came to us with Windows 10. Here's the Microsoft Store. Oops, I'll make that full screen for you again. With the newly redone Microsoft Store, you can download the Xbox Game Pass. And with the Xbox, there it is, with the Xbox Game Pass, you have access to about 100 Xbox games right on your computer. You don't have to have a separate Xbox. And with Windows 11 is the first time that we've been able to say that. So now you can use an Xbox controller. You can connect via Bluetooth if you want, or you can just use the keyboard, again, where we include the wireless keyboard, wireless mouse, and a dongle with your package today. You're able to game. And I have to say, gaming on a 24-inch full high-definition 1080p screen is an entirely different experience, than on a 15-inch computer or on a small screen of any sort, frankly. So, Helen, we're excited to say that the same computer where you can do your Word and Excel and PowerPoint and Outlook and Access and OneNote and Publisher, the same computer where you can enjoy Netflix, or there's PowerPoint or Netflix or any of those kind of things, the same computer where you can go to the Windows Store is also the computer now where you can shop on HSN, but you can also play your favorite Xbox games when you download the Xbox Game Pass.
Yeah, and by the way, I'm looking at the big software package that you're getting, and we're not even talking about the value of that, but you get transparent language online, 3 months of that, learn a new language. There's a Groker fitness app, you get 3 months of that. There is a Count About Premium, you get a whole year of that. Password Boss, the premium, you get an entire year of that. That's a $30 value. If you're someone like me who forgets all your passwords, I love that they're all in one spot. And then Pandora Premium Music Service, you're getting that for 3 months. Loopster Movie Producer 1-year membership. And Hotspot Shield Premium, you get a whole year for that. That alone is a $95 value. So what is that Hotspot Shield Premium that's included, Aaron?
Oh, Hotspot Shield Premium is a great sort of on the go. When you're on the go with your computer, it helps make sure you're protected and that you're signing on safely to the hotspots that are available. Yeah, so there's a lot of great. There's a lot of great additional.
Do we have any PC movers left, do you think, Aaron? I don't know if you've been talking about that. Rick, I'm going to ask my producer. We're going to look on hsn.com because my next question is when you get a new computer, moving things from one to the other, and I know a lot of times we have it available on hsn.com, but we certainly can check that out. And also, what about virus protection? Do we need that for this computer?
So yes, I recommend PC Mover. PC Mover moves everything from your old computer to your new computer. It moves your files, so your movies and your music and your games, but it also moves your apps and your programs from your old computer to your new computer, your settings, your passwords. For a lot of us, that's sort of the last Rubicon to cross is how do I get everything from my old computer to my new computer? PC Mover is a wonderful, wonderful way to do that. So we encourage that. That's on hsn.com. And then I always recommend Viper Advanced Secure. There's PC Mover. People love it. I'm glad that it's still in stock.
653231, Aaron, is the item number. We've got PC Mover in stock. I just wanted to mention that because if I was buying a new computer, I would be like, I can't wait. And then how on earth do I get stuff from one to another? And I mentioned Eddie, he's my husband, for everybody who doesn't know that. I feel like everybody knows that because I talk about him all the time. I would make him do it because he's in the software business, but not everybody has somebody in the software business living in their house.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. And anyone can, honestly, anyone can do it. And then if you're looking for antivirus, I recommend Viper Advanced Security. That's on hsn.com as well. It protects 8 computers for 5 years. That's both PCs and Macs against viruses, spyware, malware, ransomware, the whole bit. Just a great solution. A couple things about the computer that I haven't shown you guys yet. One of the really important things, you just don't see this very often anymore. And I know many of you still want it. And that is, this computer has a full optical drive on it. So if you have DVDs, if you have CDs, if you want to burn information, if you want to store information, if you have old pictures and you're just looking for a way to back them up or to share them, it's really important to many of us. And I'll tell you, probably 5% or less of the computers that I sell today have an optical drive on them. They're very uncommon, but there's still, I have CDs that I want to listen to. Absolutely. I have DVDs. I have shows that I did, from years ago and lots of other things that are available to me. So it's nice that this computer is just an all-in-one experience. If your computer doesn't have an optical drive, you can buy a USB optical drive. That's always an option. But isn't it nice to have it all built in one, just like it has the full high definition webcam built in as well. One of the things we were just talking about security, one of the really nice things about this webcam is that when it's pushed down, you know that even, God forbid, if someone somehow did get into your computer, they're not looking at you. They're not looking at anything. This is covered by the frame of the computer. It's the only way it can be used is if you choose to open it and then you turn your webcam on. So I think there's a lot of security that comes along with that. I also want to show you again, this is everything on the computer. There's nothing extra. There's no towers, somewhere else. There's nothing extra to set up. There is on the back here, there's a place for power, of course, as you can see, and maybe we can probably get a better shot in the studio than we can get at my house. But until that time, I'll just kind of give you a quick look here. Here's an Ethernet port. Here's a place to plug in earbuds if you want. It's a 3.5 millimeter port. If you want to plug in earbuds or you want to plug in headphones or anything like that, you're good to go. Here's a place to plug in an HDMI cable. So if you want to send, thanks guys, if you want to send an HDMI signal to another television, to another monitor, that's really easy to do. And then the one in the middle, of course, is power. That's what's plugged in. And then you have 4 full-size USB-A ports. So those are full USB-A ports. You'll notice in the USB port that's closest to the closest to the power is a little white dongle. That's what comes along with your computer, and that's what connects your computer to the wireless keyboard and the wireless mouse that we're sending along today. Now, it won't be, I think if you're getting the black computer, you'll get a black keyboard. And honestly, I'm not sure about the blue computer, but with the white computer, you get a white keyboard. And with the black computer, you get a black keyboard. Quick text and specs, 24-inch full high-definition touchscreen, 256GB solid-state drive. I'll talk about solid-state in a minute. It's lighter, quieter, and faster. 8 gigs of RAM. Notice how I'm multitasking. I've got 6 or 7 things open at one time, and this computer is quick. That is in part due to the RAM and in part due to the next thing, which is the Intel Pentium processor, not the entry-level Celeron processor. This is the Intel Pentium processor, sort of the flagship level within Intel, the #1 processor company in the world that's built in. HP wide vision, full high definition. So it means it has a wider field of view. It's about 150-degree field of view and beautiful resolution. So if you are doing Zoom calls or you're doing Skype, or remember, now that you have Windows 11, because your computer, the minute you turn it on, it will update to Windows 11, you have access to the webcam that's in Microsoft Teams as well. It's a great web chatting service. So you'll get certainly a lot of use out of that webcam. Helen, I just think for anybody who spends any amount of time on your computer. Like you said, your husband has a great HP computer, laptop. One of the first things he did the minute he got it was go and buy a bigger monitor for it, right?
Right.
You don't have to do that here. You've got one of the biggest, most beautiful monitors built into one of the most powerful computers all in one.
Right, and another reason to get this all in one with the bigger monitor is, and I know you're in your early 20s, Aaron, but as you get older, like myself, you need the reading glasses, and I like that I don't have to pop on my reading glasses just to go on my computer because it's so big. The pinch and zoom, I mean, honestly, we'll use that over and over again. And by the way, those hearing aids that you just did, I mentioned them once in the show. I saw you popping them in. We've got our last day with the today special price for those. But
they're great.
A great way to shop too is if you're like, oh, I see that outfit I like. Let me put, pinch and zoom and let me see, what does the hem look like? What is the, even if you're using it for shopping, I like to get in, and a lot of times I'll start doing things on my phone and my husband will be like, do that on your computer, do it on a bigger screen. You're on your mobile device, you're not gonna be able to see that. Like, it's completely different. I just recently worked on my website, which I use for my stand-up comedy, and it's when you've got it on a big screen and you see everything's so much easier to work on. Like if you're working on something with this kind of screen, especially if you're working day after day looking at a screen, if it's beautiful, the colors are gorgeous, it's touch screen, honestly, it's just gonna make your day better.
It does. Having that bigger screen, having a computer that you actually love, Let me ask you now, do you love going to your computer? If not, you have the wrong computer.
Yeah.
If you think, oh, my computer's slow, but that's just how computers are. No, it's not. That's how your computer is. If you haven't replaced your computer for a couple of years, if it doesn't have 8 gigs of RAM, if it's not Pentium, if you're not running Windows 11, these are some things that make a seriously felt difference in the function of your computer every day. Another thing I'll mention, you see over here, I'm kind of pointing to it now. It says 256 gigabyte SSD computer. SSD stands for solid state drive. We have a little video that we're going to run on that right now to show you guys. This is not the old school hard disk drive where there's moving parts inside and it gets hot and the battery. No, this is lighter, quieter, and faster. This computer has a faster boot up and shutdown thanks to the solid state drive. The applications load more quickly. If it were a portable computer, it would have a better battery life. There's no moving parts. It's more durable. It's quieter because there's no fan inside to cool things down because, again, there are no moving parts. So, Helen, when you talk about buying at the top of the technology curve, you think about buying the latest Intel, the Intel Pentium processor. You think about buying a solid state drive. You think about, big thing here, buying a computer that's touchscreen. You're going to love the touchscreen experience, just being able to see better. Setup is a breeze. I'll show you one more time. This is the entirety of your computer. By the way, I love the beautiful stand that it's on, inspired by mid-century modern furniture. You might kind of see that if you're a bit of a period styles geek like I am. In the back, there's one plug. You plug this into the wall. It plugs into power. Wi-Fi is built in. Bluetooth is built in. It will upgrade to Windows 11. It will ask right away, do you want to upgrade to Windows 11? No cost to you. Very simple to do. You say yes, and